preparing a Halloween one-shot, but the big bad is as obvious as that cold sore you're trying to hide? Do you want a creature that's steeped in lore and is as terrifying as having the shits at a friend's house without toilet paper in sight? Don't worry, we got you. This is Silbon. But first, let's talk about our very first sponsor for our channel, Homie and the Dude.
Wait, I thought I was the first sponsor.
Well, yeah, but this is the first external sponsor.
Oh, awesome!
You probably know Homie and the Dude from their successful Kickstarter, The Wandering Tavern, which Mr. Worm and I backed. The Wandering Tavern is a Studio Ghibli-inspired and system-agnostic floating TTRPG setting with optional D&D 5e stats included. It's cram-packed full of plot hooks, mysteries, threats, and everything you need for a campaign. However, if you already have an established world or setting, The Wandering Tavern is the perfect, unique pit stop for your players to visit, take a load off, and delve into a whole new sort of adventure. They are also the creators of Sky Zephyrs, a 250-page tome that reimagines how vehicles and airships operate in D&D 5e. Unlock a whole new way to experience swashbuckling, dynamic three-dimensional vehicle movement, and combat as you take your adventures to new uncharted heights. Soar across the skies in your custom-built Zephyr and hand-selected aircrew. Use their vast collection of items, spells, and player options to turn the tide as you face a menagerie of creatures and NPC Zephyrs. If all of this sounds awesome to you and you want to support our channel, you can. When you put in the code TT10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order from everything on the website. That's right, everything. So go to Homie and the Dude's website listed in the description below, use the code TT10 to get 10% off and support our channel. Thank you Homie and the Dude for sponsoring this video. In the plains of the Los Llanos region of Venezuela and Colombia, a young man, Bob, honey, his name is Roberto. I know Bob is short for Roberto. Fine. Bob is murdering his father out of revenge. Wow, that escalated quickly. Revenge for what, you ask? Well, that depends, but the most common reasons are the father caught Bob having snoo-snoo with the prostitute and murked the prostitute.
Princess Trunks.
The father thought his daughter-in-law was promiscuous and murked the daughter-in-law. The father did, unwanted no-no things to the daughter-in-law. And the father didn't hunt down and slaughter the deer that Bob wanted to eat for dinner. Wow, one of these things is not like the other. Chris, are you sure about that last one? It's real? Huh. In an act of either a lover's fury or a child's pettiness, Bob murdered his father in cold revenge. Tasty. It didn't take long for Bob's grandfather to find out what happened to his son. In his own act of revenge, the grandfather tortured Bob with whips and alcohol. Damn, this family needs to go to therapy.
Why did you lie to your daughter?
So I wouldn't have to come here.
After hours of lashings, Bob's wounds were washed with either aguardiente, lemon juice, or pepper juice. What, no corn? I thought it has the juice. Corn can be processed into ethanol, so it's probably the aguardiente. Oh, right. Adult juice. Bob was released with a sack of his father's remains, forever cursed to carry them. Then his grandfather released his starving dogs on the boy to finish him off. Yeah, I heard that too. Bob now roams the roads and plains of the Los Llanos region, a sack over his back, a wide-brimmed hat that hides his face, and a thirst for vengeance against drunks, partiers, womanizers, and cheaters. His victims can hear him coming with his signature whistle, giving him the name of El Silbon, or the Whistler. The closer the whistle sounds, the further away he is. But if it starts sounding distant, hold on to your pantalones and corre más rápido, because he's right up your ass. If you are unfortunate enough to get caught by this South American Slender Man, then you might as well slap some butter on yourself because you're toast. El Silbon is so tall, even with a weapon in your hand, he may still be out of reach. El Silbon will either hack, whack, and smack you with a club or machete, chopping your meat, or suck you out through your navel. Yeah, I know how that sounds. I can't stop hearing it in my head either. If it's the latter, then when he's done, he'll pull out of your new belly anus. What do you mean, honey? That's not right. Oh, he'll pull your bones out of your new belly anus and add them to his sack of daddy's remains. Your soul would become part of El Silbon, never knowing peace as long as he lives. Those that have survived his relentless assault say that they owe their lives to their dogs. That's right, man's best friend is El Silbon's worst nightmare. The very sight or growl of a dog will make El Silbon flee like when I see laundry I need to fold. Love me! When creating the stat block for El Silbon, we found that the Revenant from the 2014 Monster Manual had all the right qualities. It just needed a spooky ooky upgrade. First, we gave El Silbon two unique traits, the Whistler and Beware of the Dog. The Whistler replicates the absolute pant wetting I'd make if I heard his whistle. Creatures within 60 feet of El Silbon make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, where they have disadvantage on all saving throws and reduced movement speed until the start of their next turn. Those that pass the save are immune for 24 hours. Beware of the Dog makes El Silbon pass a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be affected by the frightened condition. Hey, Beastmaster Rangers, you're actually useful! Oh, you didn't choose a canine companion? Well, that sounds like a you problem. And those were just his traits. As an action, El Silbon can make 2 attacks or replace an attack with Strength Drain or Haunting Whistle. Strength Drain does what it says on the tin. Your strength is reduced by 1d4 until you lose the strength to live. That means once you hit 0, you become past tense. You must be prone for him to do this, but given his club attack can knock you prone, that's not as unlikely as it seems. And that's not all. El Silbon will take your frail corpse and put it into his father's sack. Yeah, I heard what I said. And just like being in the sack, everything is wet and weird. So hopefully your party can save your corpse or you'll be stuck being sack buddies with Daddy Silbon for eternity. If you are lucky enough to keep your strength about you, then you can be cured with lesser or greater restoration. Do you hear that? That's Haunting Whistle. Haunting Whistle makes a target within 30 feet of El Silbon make a DC 15 saving throw or be paralyzed. What? El Silbon's whistle is enough to make your whole body hard? Well, yeah, that's kind of how paralyzed works, Chris. The paralysis ends if El Silbon deals damage to the target or it's the end of El Silbon's next turn. Now imagine getting smacked with the 1-2 combo of Haunting Whistle and Strength Drain. Talk about sucking. When the paralysis ends, you are frightened of El Silbon for 1 minute or if you pass the saving throw at the end of your next turn. But we're not done. El Silbon is a named creature and a terrifying monster, so we gave it legendary actions to really fuck up your player's day. Its legendary actions are Attack, Frightful Presence, and Call of Bones. Call of Bones allows El Silbon to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks and to use Strength Drain on a target even without the prone condition. That's right, even being at full mast won't be enough to save you from El Silbon's terrifying suction. Now that sounds like a terrifying Halloween monster. And the best part is, this whole stat block is available for free. I've included a link to the stat block in the video description below. Share it, enjoy it, and creep out your players with this terrifying South American Slender Man. Have a great day, and may your day be spooky and ooky.
Welcome to Tabletop Worms, where the Earthworms play, crafting characters in their own special way. From drag queens to knights, they'll make them all